गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Om Om Om. We were discussing the 6th chapter. Okay, in the 6th chapter, Sunday, 32 shloka, 32nd. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. So, as a result of his nididhyasana, he becomes established in the nature of Atma. Means he understands his real nature clearly well. So he intuits his nature to be nothing but Brahman. Okay. So in the previous shlokas, the result of the jnanam, the result of abiding in the jnanam, in the knowledge of, in the understanding of Atma, how does he behave? How does he live? What is the fruit of Atma Jnanam? He told he sees everybody as himself. Sarva bhuta sthitam yomam bhajatyekatvam astitah. The same thing is explained in other terms in this 32nd shloka. He sees everybody as within himself and himself as in everybody. That means he doesn't see the difference between he and the other. In short, he doesn't see himself as another individual, separate from others, as a contrast from others. He doesn't see himself as a separate individual. He sees essentially he sees himself as the same truth, which is the truth of everybody else. So in essentially, nobody is different from his own nature. Nobody is different from his self, because the individuality is through the body. Body is different from others because each one has his own body. Then when the bodies are different, their interests are different. Their experiences are different. So you have your body and I have my body. So whatever experiences I undergo through my body are different from the experiences others go through, because their experiences are different, because the individuality is through the body. The mind becomes individual. Mind also becomes individual through the body. Therefore, the thoughts, the experiences, the subjecthood, the sense of individuality is different. Here in Jnanam, he transcends his individuality. Means he debunks by looking at his real nature, he comes to discover his real nature is more than beyond his individuality. Individuality appears through the body. When you look at yourself through the body, you become an individual and get located and feel that you are located in one place, because body is located. Body lives in a period of time. Then you see that you are located, you live in a period of time, and you are an individual surrounded by the world. Okay? That means you are interacting with people and things which are different from you. You are the subject and they are the object. Okay? The things are object and I am the subject. This is the understanding a common man has. But once you know the truth, you understand that you are the consciousness, the witnessing consciousness underlying the entire waking and dream state, or even deep sleep. So you are the truth of all the states. Therefore, you are no more an individual. The consciousness is underlying all the three states. Therefore, that consciousness is free from individuality. So when he is free from individuality, he is free from time and place, free from body. So the bodily qualities, advantages, disadvantages, neither of them he has. He becomes free from the birth and death. He becomes free from all other interactions, relationships, achievements. None of them relate to him. So the whatever achievements you make through the body in the world don't make any difference to you. It's like a role, whatever the role achieves, role in a drama. In a drama, you assume a role, whatever character achieves, gains good and bad, become irrelevant to the very actor. Because to the actor, they don't mean anything. Because the character is only an imaginary. The character in a drama, the role in a drama is an imaginary thing. So that imaginary role, whatever it achieves in that, in the drama, on that platform, do not affect anything either in a positive way or in a negative way, either in a favorable way or unfavorable way, do not affect the very actor. Because actor lives at a different level. His very existence is at a different level. Similarly, Jnani, the enlightened one, sees himself as a non-individual, sees himself as a consciousness which is a non-dual and self-existent. He is no more an individual. Then he doesn't see anybody else other than him. Everything is within him alone, because he is the truth of the entire universe, truth of all the states. Therefore, for him, how do they appear? It's a very difficult for a person who looks at himself through the body. For such a person, it is difficult to imagine the Jnani state. So first thing is, Jnani is not something to be imagined. It is to be directly experienced. You can't imagine. Anything you imagine goes wrong, because the very individuality of a common man comes in the way. Because without individuality, he can't think of anything. Just like in deep sleep, you can give an experience of deep sleep. In deep sleep, there is nobody other than you. All are yourself. But in waking state, what happens? Even for a jnani, in the apparent waking state is just a false imagination. It's like you wake up from dream. You wake up from dream just for the first second. It looks as if the world is here, but at the same time it is not there. World is nowhere. Though it appears that it was just here, it is here, but nobody is here. Similar to that, Jnani's experience will be totally at another level, where this world, this activity, this relationship, none of them have any meaning, because they have no existence at his level. So same the Jnanis, he sees himself as everybody and everybody as himself. The same thing is extended to another shloka. Slightly differently he explains, Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Arjuna, a person who sees everybody in comparison with himself. Not comparison. Aupamyam means tulana. Tulana means, how to say that? He sees everybody similar to himself. I think a simple expression is better. He sees everybody as good as himself. Just similar to himself. Similar to means what? How does a person feel about himself? Because this is an explanation for a common man. This is an explanation for a common man, though this explanation, the context doesn't exactly suit Jnani. The context doesn't exactly suit a Jnani. So, just a common man, see, how do you look at yourself? He gives an example, samam pashyati, similar to, exactly similarly as he looks at himself, exactly same way he relates to others. How do you relate to yourself? How do you relate to yourself? I relate to myself. How? Swamiji Bhashakara gives us an example, yatha mama sukhamishtam tata sarva praninam sukhamishtam. Just as happiness pleases me, I love to be happy. I love to be happy, nobody loves to be sorrowful. Just as I love happiness, everybody loves happiness. I don't like unhappiness, nobody likes unhappiness. Isn't it? Just as I love happiness. Okay, that means how any person, nobody likes to hurt himself. Does anybody love to hurt himself? Never. Similarly, he doesn't hurt others. It is just this is an explanation for a common man. Because common man sees all other people as different from himself. So a person is advised, as a sadhaka is advised, don't hurt others. If you hurt anybody, you are hurting yourself, because they are not separate from you. Anybody, we generally give an example to common man, don't hurt others. It is like throwing some dust upon the sun. If you throw the dust upon the sun, it comes and falls back upon you. Similarly, you hurt others, you will be hurting yourself. When you hurt others, you will be hurting yourself. When you love others, you will be loving yourself. Because inherently, in essentially, all are one with my Atma. This is only for a sadhaka to start with. He is advised to respect others, look at others with respectfully, don't hurt others, try to help others. See how everybody, how are you supposed to, see, this is a very good dharma also. What is the real dharma? How are you supposed to relate to others? Exactly the way you relate to yourself. How do you relate to yourself? Do you like to ill-treat yourself? Do you like to put yourself in problems and sufferings? No. Similarly, others. The same way, as you treat yourself, treat all others in the same way. That means, see all others as inseparable from Atma, or non-different from Atma, or exactly similar to your Atma. In other words, he doesn't see anybody as outside himself, as separate from himself. That means he is instinctively loves everybody unanimously, uniformly. This is what at the end, the conclusion of it, he says, ahimsakaha, he is never against anybody, never inimical to anybody, because as you love yourself, spontaneously he loves everybody, because he sees everybody as himself only. That is a jnani state. This comes only when you transcend your individuality, you transcend your body, you come to understand yourself to be the very witnessing consciousness. That same witnessing consciousness is the underlying truth of all living beings on the earth. All the living beings on the earth. Then in that case, you can't see anybody as other than yourself. So the difference that others are different, I am somebody and others are different, this comes only when you look at yourself through the body. Through the body, you are an individual, and others are other body. Others belong to other body. Others live in the other body. See, when each person is different, because each body is different. But when you it is something like, another example I'll give you, illustration, that you are a one part space, other is in another part space. There are many parts in the sky. When there are many parts, you see the many part spaces. So each part is different, therefore each part circumscribed by, space circumscribed by each part is different. You put one fruit in water in one pot, this water doesn't reach the other part, because the space occupying the other part is different from the space occupying this part. Therefore, you put water in this pot, the other part doesn't receive. Because the difference is there, the difference is due to the part, not due to the space. But you forget the part and look at the space. Means don't look at the parts inside them, inside the wall, round wall of the part, but look at the outside the round wall. Outside the round wall, when you come out of the part, come to the outside the round wall of the part, you come to the space, isn't it? Then at that space you have circumvented, you have come out of the part. When you come out of the part, then the space is uniformly one in all the parts. Now there are no parts at all. Once you come out of your part, you come to the space. So when you come out of the part, you see yourself as the space. You see all others are also space alone. There are no parts, isn't it? When you come out of the part and you see all others also outside the part, that means beyond the part. All are one space alone. Now there is no difference between one individual and other individual, because I have no individuality. I see myself as a pure existence. As an existence, everybody is the same existence. As consciousness, everybody is the same consciousness. So in that case, then he cannot think of hurting anybody. So two things, you hurt others because you see you are a separate individual. Your interests are different. One is you are a separate person, others are separate. And then your interests are different and their interests are different. Sometimes our interests clash also. What I am interested in, the other person doesn't like. I love something, the other person doesn't like. Now the interests clash. When the interests clash, then you become opposite to other person. You become opposite to other person, people come into conflict with each other, then start hurting and all that thing. But here Jnani doesn't see others as separate from his own Atman. His Atman being pure consciousness. Everybody essentially is the same consciousness. So in essence, nobody is apart from me, nobody is separate from me. Because of this vision, he becomes lover of everybody spontaneously. You cannot think of hurting yourself. Similarly, you cannot hurt others because nobody is other than you. When nobody is other than you, just as love for yourself is spontaneous, similarly love for all others is spontaneous. See, this is an interesting point. You don't have to, can you make a law that, hey, love yourself, don't hate yourself? Nobody can make. Of course, a sane person. If he's an insane, disturbed person, then I tell you, he start hurting himself. That is different, leave him. But you look at a normal human being. No normal human being can ever think of hurting himself, because love for himself is natural, so spontaneous and natural. Similarly, Jnani's love for all living beings is natural and spontaneous. It is not chosen. He doesn't choose to love somebody and hate others, because his love is so spontaneous, so natural. It is choiceless love. His love is choiceless because he sees everybody as inseparable from his Atma. He sees every living being or every other thing, every object is inseparable from his Atma. Then his spontaneous love for his Atma extends to all others, because all others are inseparable from my Atma. See the difference, see the point. Just as I love instinctively, naturally, spontaneously myself, nobody has to teach me that, hey, love yourself, don't hate yourself. If you hate yourself, we will punish you. Does anybody law says that if you hurt yourself, we will punish you? Nobody has to be taught. Nobody needs, just like you can't teach a mother, hey, love your baby, care for your baby. If you ill-treat your baby, we will punish you. This can happen in America, not in India. In India, we allow the natural, instinctive life naturally. So, therefore, mother loves its baby naturally. You don't have to make a law. In India, there are no laws for the mother to love its baby. You don't make a law. And no, because mother, we generally ask a question regarding the mother treating his child Nobody needs it. It is instinctive. It is natural. It is natural. You don't have to make a law that a mother should love its baby and take care of the baby. Because she is beyond the law there. Mother carrying the baby is beyond the law. No law is required because mother's love is so instinctive, so natural, so spontaneous. There you don't have to make a law. What is already naturally existing in the society or in the world, you don't have. Do you make a law that fire should be hot because we have to cook food? Can you make a law that, oh, let fire be hot? If fire is naturally hot. If fire is not hot, you can't do anything. Water flows. Water must flow hereafter because everybody needs water to flow. So, do you make a law that water should flow? You don't have to make a law because that's how the water is. Water, it's by its nature flows. And the fire by its nature is hot. Mother by its nature instinctively loves its baby. So, mother loving its baby is natural and instinctive. If mother loses its instinctive nature, this is what the modern civilization like American civilization, I'm sorry when I'm giving their example, you may feel bad, but that's how we have to give only their examples because that's how they are creating. Mother leaving the baby somewhere and goes away. Can you imagine? The mother leaves the baby somewhere and goes away somewhere for entertainment, for pleasure, physical pleasure. Nobody can imagine in India that mother at the cost of the baby goes for her physical pleasure, food, entertainment and all other things, making money. For mother is nothing, in Indian mother, nothing is, Indian means Hindu mother, nothing is more important than his baby, her baby. Because all other things are secondary. That is instinctive nature of mother. So here you don't have to make any law because the nature itself will take care of it. Therefore, in India there are no laws. That means we allowed the woman to live naturally. We have not made the Indian woman, Hindu woman unnatural. Now they are coming now. Gradually they kill their own babies. They become perverted. They want money, they want pleasures, they want a boyfriend and kill their daughter or son for sake of what do you say, boyfriend. What do you call all this nonsense? This is how the modern civilization is developing, making the people unnatural. Okay, the very civilization is unnatural, artificial. Similarly, okay, that is a simple illustration. But if the mind is disturbed, mother is disturbed, mental case or something, it may start killing its own baby. Then she is not a normal mother. We call her mentally disturbed, mentally diseased woman. Okay. But we generally try to maintain the natural state of mother. Generally we don't give. We don't make woman to go to such an extent that she starts killing her own baby. We have not created such a society that where a woman can kill her own baby. Okay. But modern civilization is quite possible. Not only possible, it's quite natural. In America, it is very natural, nobody bothers, it's just natural. Because it's the routine events happen. Anyway, you leave that. Similarly, you love yourself. If you start committing suicide, if you start hurting yourself, then you have become unnatural. So the natural thing is, love towards you is natural and spontaneous. Whatever mistake you commit, you love yourself. Similarly, when he sees every living being as equal to Atma, he sees every living being is inseparable from his Atma, then his natural love for himself extends to all living beings. His natural love for all living beings extends. Therefore, his love is so spontaneous that you don't have to teach him. You don't have to teach Jnani, hey, love people, be patriotic, serve others, do service to human beings. You don't have to teach a Jnani because Jnani's nature itself is beyond law. Because instinctively, naturally, he loves all others. How? Why does he love? Do you have to make a law for Jnani that, hey, love all others, love your co-human beings, don't hurt them, don't destroy them? I tell you, law has to learn from Tattvajnani. Because Tattvajnani so naturally, spontaneously loves all other beings that even what law cannot teach, he lives it. He forgives people, he loves people, he cares for people, he sees everybody as himself. Therefore, it is so natural for him. That's why in India, an enlightened man, a Tattvajnani, is considered as the highest being. He is worshipped. Even the law and all other things are below him. They are less than him. Law has to learn from him. Because we make laws based upon Jnani's behavior. Because Jnani loves everybody and we set it as a standard as a sadhana for all other people. Jnani's behavior, Jnani's understanding is set as an ideal for all others. Because for Jnani it is natural. Now you can't go beyond Jnani. Jnani loves everybody naturally, instinctively, spontaneously. Then we call it that is natural state. There is nothing beyond it. Similarly here, sa atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Arjuna, one who sees everybody is inseparable to himself, similar to himself. So just as a love for yourself is natural, he loves all the beings naturally, spontaneously. He doesn't look at the law. You ask a people, why do you help people? You ask a Jnani, why do you love people? Why do you care for people? Whoever comes, spontaneously he loves them. Even if he is a wicked person, even if he is a criminal, still he talks to them naturally. He doesn't carry an intention that he is a villain, he is a wicked and all that. So spontaneously he talks to them with the same love, with the same care, with the same interest. You ask him, why do you do? He says, why? There is no reason. He says, I don't know. I don't know means I have no reason. I have not, means it is not a consciously choosing to love somebody. He is not making a choice to love somebody. It is choiceless love. Spontaneous love. He doesn't choose to love somebody and hate others. Choicelessly, spontaneously, he is one with everybody. So that is a Jnani's nature. As a result of Nididhyasana, when he comes to abide in his natural, in his nature as an Atma, that means his understanding becomes stabilized. His understanding doesn't waver. His understanding of himself as Brahman doesn't waver. It becomes stable. Okay? His understanding of himself as Brahman becomes stable. That means it doesn't waver. Why it doesn't waver? Because the understanding has become clear. Very clearly that he is Brahman. Brahman means his consciousness is all pervasive. The nature of consciousness is all pervasive, is running through all, and there is no being, no object, no entity. Nothing is other than himself. That is his understanding. When he stabilizes, when he stays in that thing, this will be the result. His nature will be spontaneous love towards all. However, people hurt him, ill-treat him, even if people disrespect him, he cannot withdraw his love for anybody. Because his love for others is not conditional. If others respect me, I shall respect. That is an ordinary man. If others respect me, some people don't respect even if they are respected by others. They are too selfish people, wicked people. See, there are three types of people. Others respect me, love for me, still I don't respect them. I don't respect them, I don't care for them, though they love me. What do you call them? Such fellow is a wicked fellow. But a normal human being, those who respect me, I respect. They love me, then I love them. They care for me, I care for them. They give me gifts, I also give them gifts. They talk to me nicely, I will also talk to them nicely. If they don't do, I won't do. That means here, his love is conditional love. The first person is a wicked person. Others love him, but still he doesn't love them. He is too selfish and too wicked person. The second person is a conditional love. He loves others, but his love is conditional. But the third one now, let us say, a Jnani, an enlightened man, his love is not conditional. He doesn't love others. He loves others not because others love him, others respect him. He loves because he doesn't know what else to do. Just as fire is hot because fire doesn't know what else to do. It has no other choice. Fire has no other choice except being hot. Water has no other choice except flowing, except to flow. It just flows because that is its nature. It has not chosen to flow. The fire has not chosen to be hot because it doesn't make a choice there. It is natural. Whoever comes near, whether good or bad, it doesn't look at it. It just, sun gives its light because it is nature. The very nature of sun is light. Similarly, the very nature of Jnani is love everybody. It doesn't think of hurting anybody. That's because he sees everybody as himself. All the people are one with his Atma. His Atma is all pervasive and existing in everybody. Therefore, his love for people is choiceless. That means unconditional. Choiceless means it is unconditional. It doesn't depend upon whether others love him or not. It doesn't depend upon. Others respect him or not. His respect is naturally like before. Others respect, disrespect, others think ill of me, others, they may think whatever opinion they may have, but his opinion about all others is same thing. Because it doesn't depend upon what others do, what others think. Because it is spontaneous love for everybody, just like fire is hot because its very nature is hot. It doesn't know what else to be. It doesn't know what else to be. Similarly, he doesn't know what else to be except being Brahman. His Brahmatvam is not a choice. That he is a Brahman, he is present in everybody, he is everybody, he sees everybody as himself. That is a fact. It is an existing fact, it is not a matter of choice. So when you have to choose, you are advised, hey, don't hate others, help others. If others hurt you, forgive them. These are the values, these are the ethics taught to a common man. These ethics, he has to follow them. Means he has to use his will, consciously he has to choose, hey, let me help others. Even if others ill-treat me, let me forgive them. So forgiving is a choice for an ordinary man. Loving all others is a choice. He has to consciously do, because it is a choice. But Jnani has no choice. Choicely loves everybody. Choicelessly forgives everybody. He doesn't carry ill will against anybody. Even if the other one carries, he doesn't feel hurt. He doesn't feel hurt by others. Doesn't carry any ill will towards everybody, because everybody is only his own reflection, like in a mirror. In a mirror you see all reflections. In water, various bodies of water, various buckets of water, you see your own face in everybody. Then where is the question of hating anybody? Everybody is his own face. So therefore, Atma upammena sarvatra samam pasyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo matah. Just as pleasure pleases me, happiness pleases me, sorrow disturbs me. Sorrow hurts me. Therefore, just as I treat myself, same way I treat others. Just as I relate to myself, same way spontaneously he relates to others. That means others are inseparable from him. So the same spontaneous love towards everybody is naturally existing. So this is the mean. Sayogi paramo mataha. He is considered as the highest yogi. Paramaha ahimsakaha samyak darshana nishtaha. Bhashakara says, evam ahimsakaha. Ahimsakaha means he is non-violent. The real non-violence Gandhiji has to learn. This Gandhiji's non-violence is very strange, very perverted thing. Anyway, here a Tattvajnani is ahimsakaha, because he can never think of hurting anybody, even in his dream. Even in his dream means he doesn't entertain a thought. Even if others think ill of him, he cannot think ill of, because he spontaneously loves. So ahimsakaha samyak darshana nishtaha sayogi paramo mataha. He is the highest one. Yoginam madhya utkrishta yogi. He is the highest yogi. That means yoga is nididhyasana here. Concentrating the mind, withdrawing the mind from all the worldly objects. When he withdraws his mind from all the worldly objects, mind merges back into Atma Swarupa. Mind merges into his nature. Just like in deep sleep, he exists as all pervasive Atma, where everybody becomes one with him, like in deep sleep. Okay, in deep sleep, the entire world becomes one with him, merges into him. Therefore, he is called a Utkrishta yogi. That means highest yogi See, the highest yogi means this is the highest culmination, the culmination of all yoga. See, he is the highest yogi's way of telling. Its implication is that is the culmination of all yoga. Now you can't do, there is no sadhana beyond that. There is no sadhana beyond that. All sadhanas culminate with that. All sadhanas end with that everybody becomes myself. Then I spontaneously love everybody, and there is nothing other than it. It is a choiceless love for everybody. Because all choice, see, if you have a choice, you are advised. You are advised by Dharma Shastra, make a better choice. Always choose a better thing. Always choose a greater one, better one. Always sacrifice, do something good for others, tolerate others' things, endure, suffer, and do good to others. This is the choices you are advised. If you have a choice, Dharma Shastra or ethics, Niti Shastra gives you certain advices, certain injunctions. Follow this advice. Make these choices. Make better choices. Okay? But he spontaneously loves people that he doesn't have to choose in order to love. That means he is not following any ethics of any Dharma Shastra or anything. All the ethics come spontaneously to him. All Dharma, all ethics, all Dharma he culminates in him. All ethics culminate in him. All the ethics, all the Dharmas are spontaneous. Now he doesn't have to follow any Dharma, because whatever he has to follow, he is already that. He is already spontaneously living that. So what Dharma he has to practice? So that means he transcends even Dharma. Dharma means Dharma as a what you call consciously choosing. He doesn't choose consciously, because choicelessly he is great. Choicelessly he has reached the highest point. Without choice he is at the highest point. The highest point is a choiceless for him. That means without making a choice he is already greatest. So that is the highest yogi. Sayogi paramo mataha. Okay. The shloka is a very difficult to understand, this jnani state. It may look repetition, but you see how I have to explain, because it is a very, it is a spontaneous thing, natural state. Natural is not a, natural, how do you say, it is not a concept. Because no concept can catch this nature. No concept can catch this nature. No description can describe it completely. No description can describe, no concept can catch jnani state, because it is a state beyond all concept. It is a what you call non-dual experience, where there is no other person, neither you are an individual nor others exist apart from you. Neither you are an individual nor all other things, all other beings exist apart from you. It is a non-dual state. So non-dual experience itself cannot be conceived. Then how can you conceive jnani's nature? Then how can you describe it? Neither you can conceive it nor you can describe it. So no concept can catch the jnani's nature, because all concepts, all imaginations, all concepts fall below his nature, because non-duality is such a thing that all concepts, all imaginations obtain within relationship alone. All concepts, all imaginations obtain within relationship, within duality. So non-duality cannot be conceived. The concept falls below the non-duality. That's why it's amanaskaha. He becomes a mindless person. He transcends the mind. Jnani's nature of non-duality transcends mind. Mind means duality. Mind means relationship. So mind what you call follows certain relationships. So all relationships are obtained within the duality. You can work for a better relationship, better, still better. But the best is, what is the best relationship? Or the best relationship is, you don't see the other person as separate from you. They are myself. Myself is they are myself. So there is no relationship, because they are not two. That is the highest relationship. That is the best and highest and culminating relationship. Now beyond that you can't think of any deeper relationship, isn't it? See, there is a relationship between two people. People say, let us improve our relationship. Improving means what? You become closer. Closer means what? You love them. You love them more. You tolerate them. You see the less of the difference and see the more of unity. More of unity and less of the difference. Okay? Less of the difference, more of the unity. More and more, what is the culmination? The highest point of unity, highest point of oneness is there is no separation. Beyond that, you can't think of any other greater relationship. You can't think of a better relationship, greater relationship, because all the distances are erased. The distances between you and other are erased so much that he and you are not two things. He and others are not two things. Now beyond that, nothing can exist. All the relationship culminate in these things. Therefore, he is called a highest yogi, greatest yogi. This is the culmination where everything becomes one, isn't it? Bhaktas say, we love God, we surrender to God, we pray to God, we love God. See, in love, you want to surrender to God. In surrendering, what happens? You have to offer yourself. Now the question comes, have you offered? If you are after offering, what happens? Does God remain separate from you? If God remains separate, still you are offering, the offering is not yet completed. So a part of you is offered, but still another part exists, still you are offering. Offering means a part is offered, another part is still with you. You have retained a part of you, and still you are not yet given completely him. It is something like you have got lot of money, daily you give some 100 rupees. You give 100 rupees today, tomorrow another 100, tomorrow another 100. Then the question comes, why don't you give away the all lot of money, so that the very giving ends? When you give away completely all of you to him, means he and you are not two. Then what is there to give? If you retain a part of you separate from the other person, then you can, question of giving, question of sharing comes. The question of sharing comes when you retain a portion with yourself, apart from others. But here in Sharanagati, you give away yourself completely in one stroke. One stroke you give away yourself completely. So much that you don't exist separate from you. You have given completely. You have given away yourself completely to Paramatma. To Ishvara you have given so completely that nothing of you remains. That means you and God are not separate. Nothing of God and you separate. Because if you separate, then you have to still give. So the giving is an incomplete, still it is in a process. Offering is still in a process alone. It has not culminated in complete offering. Therefore, offering, those Advaitins talk of offering Sharanagati, it is incomplete Sharanagati. Advaita alone is complete Sharanagati. In complete Sharanagati, there one who offers, one who receives are not two. Because what is there to offer? I am already with Ishvara. I am one with Ishvara, Ishvara is one with me. Who is to offer whom? Who is to offer whom? Because there are not two. Just like in deep sleep, there is only one. There is no separate being offering something to another person. Okay? The giver and receiver are not two things, are not two people. Because it is already yours, and yours is mine and mine is yours. That means you and I are not two people. There is only one entity. That is the culmination of all Sharanagati. Otherwise, if you think that you offer something and Ishvara is still there and I have to give you something more today again I have to pray to you, I have to do puja to you, I have to again do namaskara to you. That means yesterday's namaskara is only part of it. Today I have to do namaskara again. Why do you have to do namaskara? Because I have to give him something. Why do you have to give him? Have you retained yourself? Yesterday you have given him. Haven't you given away completely? Oh, yesterday was over, today I have to give. Because that means you have retained yourself a little bit. Still you have not offered completely. Therefore we say Advaita is a real Sharanagati, a complete Sharanagati. All non-Advaitins they talk of is only a partial Sharanagati. It's not complete. Because a part of it is given. Today again they say, I have to offer to him. I have to offer to him today. Because that means each day you retain something. You don't give away completely. Supposing you give away completely, then tomorrow will there remain something to be given? With today all offering ends. All Sharanagati, all surrender ends with today. Because everything is given away, nothing of me remains. That means me and God. Me and God. These two words mean only one thing. Whether you call me, whether you call Ishvara. Both the words mean one. There are no two words. Two words mean the same thing. Because only one unbroken continuity, like the space is one. You cannot divide the space. Entire space is one, non-dual. Can you say this space and remaining space? How do you divide? This space and remaining space, it is indivisible. Similarly, when you discover that you are indivisible from Ishvara, it's all one. Okay? With all my repetition, I hope I have communicated. So, next question comes. Bah. Tired. Next question, 33rd and 34. In these two questions, in these two shlokas, Arjuna puts a question. So, first what? The preparation for yoga in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Preparation for Gita, for the Dhyana yoga comes through Karma yoga. Karma yoga gives a preparation. Dhyana yoga is connected with Jnana yoga only. Whatever you learn, that you stabilize in you. You learn with Jnana yoga, you do vichara. With vichara, whatever you discover, you stay in the vichara by withdrawing from all others. That is nididhyasana. That is a meditation, Vedantic meditation, not other upasana type of meditation. So, in these things, what all is required? How to do meditation? How to prepare for meditation? How to prepare physically? How to prepare mentally? Then how to do meditation? Then what is the fruit of meditation? All these topics we have discussed so far. Then Arjuna gets a doubt. Two more doubts remain. Everything is cleared regarding meditation. Only two things remain. One, he says, withdrawing the mind, concentrating the mind, and putting the mind continuously with the Atma is difficult, he says. Abba, it is very difficult. Mind is so turbulent mind, so violent mind, and stubborn mind. Mind doesn't live in. Mind doesn't listen to us. You want to hold the mind, you want to meditate, mind doesn't cooperate. It goes away, runs away somewhere. It goes on thinking so many things, it doesn't listen to you. Now what can I do? So Arjuna's question is there any way without developing a concentration, without developing a control of mind, can I become Brahmajnani? This is the shortcut way. Modern people are very clever. See, without being a good person, gentle person, saintly person, can I become Brahmajnani? That means, can I be a villain and at the same time be Brahmajnani? Can I become Brahmajnani without self-control? Without control of sense organs, without control of mind? I cannot control. I find very difficult. You give me a shortcut. I want to become Brahmajnani. At the same time, I can be a wickedest villain and hurting everybody and all this. I have no control. Still, I want to become Brahmajnani. Sri Krishna says impossible. You have to control. There is no way. You have to control the mind, because as long as you retain the mind, you retain an individual. When you are an individual, world is separate, you are separate, people are separate, Dvaita continues. Then Dvaita continues, the interaction. In the interaction, you always get good and bad and favorable, unfavorable. Sometimes happiness, sometimes suffering. Inevitable. When there are two things, relationship is inevitable. When you have to relate, the relationship is not always same. Sometimes favorable, sometimes unfavorable. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes... This is how it goes. This is how the life, human life is. Okay, therefore, how Arjuna says it is very difficult. Boy, I am unable to control my mind, won't listen to me. However I try, mind is so stubborn, it rebels. If I hold the mind rebels. Boy, it won't listen, very stubborn and very rebelling. What am I to do? Krishna laughs and gives an answer. Yeah, I understand. That's how the mind is. But there is a way. There is a knack of controlling the mind. By normal way of controlling is forcibly hold the mind and try to control. No, you can't do that. There is a knack. With a knack, you can handle the mind. Controlling the mind is very difficult, no doubt, but with a knack and with practice. You read a knack, you need a practice. Continuously keep practicing for a length of time. Mind naturally relaxes. Then mind just remains under your control. And mind doesn't resist and protest and go away from you. It remains with you, spontaneously remains. Then naturally you can see the mind merge back into Atma. There is no mind separate from you. It becomes easy. So, one is you need a knack. Second is you need practice. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grishyate. In the 35th shloka, 36th shloka he says. 35th only. So in the 33rd and 34th, Arjuna puts a question. It is not only Arjuna's question, it is everybody's question. Okay, let me read. So, etasya yathoktasya samyak darshana lakshanasya yogasya dukkha sampadyataam alaksha. Arjuna finds it is nice to listen but difficult to practice. Dussampadhyata, it is almost impossible. Dussampadhyata means very difficult. It is almost impossible. Mind won't listen. Nobody's mind listens. Mind is the biggest problem. That's why in our Niti Shastra and all other places they say you can control anybody, you can win your enemy, you can conquer your enemy, but conquering your mind is difficult. See, this is how people say. You can conquer your enemy, you can conquer the whole world, you can subjugate the world, but subjugating your mind is impossible. Because mind is your biggest enemy. These are all the way of what you call poetic way of telling. People, they advise the people that try to control, they talk of all poetic way. See, victory, winning over, conquering your mind is the greatest victory. You may conquer the entire world. If you can't conquer the mind, you are a slave, they say. You are most sorrowful person in life because mind is the real enemy. Mind gives you all sorrows, all sufferings, all problems. All your samsara is due to your mind. So the real enemy is your mind, not the outside people. No public, no event, no situation, nothing is a real enemy. The real enemy is your mind. So this is how we talk of it. And it is true also. This is how all other our Shastras also say. Dharma Shastra says, Upasana says, everything says. All our Shastras say. Our elderly people talk of this. So, and Arjuna says that, I have listened to all your explanation about yoga. It is so interesting. Abba, I feel that I should do that yoga. But when I want to do that, I have got one big obstacle. My mind won't cooperate with me. Therefore, what should you do? At least Arjuna is questioning. I tell you, Arjuna is a very sincere man. He is questioning it. Because when you explain that controlling the mind and relaxing the mind, all this is required to be able to understand, to be able to transcend the mind and stay in the Atma. After listening to this, Arjuna is putting a question. Do you know what others do? They listen to all these things. After listening, they say, okay, thank you, and hoktare. They say thank you and go away. I say, then what have you learned? Have you listened to my? Yes, I have listened to you. Have you understood? Yes, I have understood you. Then are you willing to practice meditation? Oh, that's not possible. Oh, you find very difficult, it's impossible. It's impossible, next to impossible, so I can't do. But why don't you ask that I am finding, why don't you tell that I am finding it's difficult to control my mind? Is there any way? They don't, I know mind is impossible to control, why should I ask you? I have listened to your yoga meditation that transcending the mind and living peacefully, peace and joy and happiness and all that. I understood spontaneous love, spontaneous joy, spontaneous peace and happiness. I have listened to them. All this is so nice to listen, but I can't control and go away. Hey, what is this? Many people don't even ask because they think that controlling the mind is impossible. How can anybody do? Nobody can control. They take for granted that it is impossible to control the mind and it is impossible, nobody can do. Even if I ask Guruji, what will he do? He also cannot tell any reason. He also cannot tell how to control. Therefore, it cannot be controlled. Where is the need to ask? I'll go away. Thanks and go away. Ashte. Tell the thanks and go away. At least Arjuna is asking because Arjuna sincerely wants to transcend the mind. Those who want, many people, they listen. I try to people explain not only this, about general certain other things. See, you have to control like this, you have to do something. Some problem was there, you have to handle like this, I explained. Sometimes they don't ask, I told, I've given them the more than one method. These are all 3, 4, 5, 6 methods are there, you can do these things. Having listened to 6 methods, they just they told thanks and went away. His other friend and comes tell me, Swamiji, they are resisting, they are feeling that you have given the 6 methods. Who will follow all the 6 methods? We don't want it, and just go away. I told, I didn't tell you to follow all the 6 methods. I told one of the method is good enough. But I gave you 6 because depending upon your situation, each one can follow one of the methods. But why? See, they think that all this is impossible, therefore we don't need it and go away, that's all. These days of people are very strange people. This yuga has become strange yuga. I think the world has become a different world. God has created one world and this has become into another world now totally. These days people have become very strange people. At least Arjuna is putting a question. Then I myself told them, why didn't he ask me? If he has a doubt, he should have asked me. Oh, I told you it's impossible and go away. You should ask me, Swamiji, this is difficult to follow. What can I do? I would have given you another alternative and easier method which you can follow, which is within your reach. It doesn't even ask, oh, it's difficult for me, therefore I'll go away. What kind of people are these people? This modern education system is spoiling these fellows. He doesn't even ask. He says, no, it's not possible, therefore I'll go away. At least see, learn from Arjuna. Arjuna is sincere. When this yoga, see the result of yoga, the effect of yoga is how great and how beautiful. Yoga means nididhyasana. It gives you peace and happiness and freedom from death and all that. If that is the result, oh, definitely it is worth achieving. But for that you have to control the mind. Oh, it's difficult. Why do you take it for granted that it is difficult? There might be a way, others may know it. Others may know, Gurujis may know the way to control the mind. Why don't you ask them? You take it for that. What you cannot do, you think that nobody can do on the earth. This is another arrogance. What I cannot do, nobody can do. What I don't know, nobody knows. Where is the need to ask? I know it is not possible. Why do I need to ask Guruji? I know it is impossible to control the mind, therefore no need to ask. See what kind of people they are. This is an arrogance. Nothing but of arrogance. So Arjuna, sincere man, humble man. So I don't know, but Guruji knows. Bhagavan Krishna knows how to control the mind because he is a jnani. He is a tattvanishta. He is abiding in the tattva swarupa. So definitely he knows. So he would help me in some manner or other. Therefore humbly Arjuna asked the question, Shushrushuhu dhruvam tat praptyapayam Arjuna uvacha. So he needs a method, not method, what do you call it? An upaya. An upaya means some knack, something he can use to control his mind. So in the question 33rd shloka, Arjuna uvacha yoyam yogastvaya proktas samyena madhusudana tasyetasyaham na pashyami chanchalatvat sthitim sthiram. I don't find it is easy to make mind relaxed and stable because it is a chanchala. It is a turbulent by its very nature. How can you make a turbulent mind? Can you? And he gives an example. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Next shloka, 24th. Arjuna, I am telling you, mind is so chanchalam, so turbulent, so shaky, so wandering. How wandering? Pramati balavadrunam. It is stubborn, very forceful. It has got lot of force, lot of power, and also stubborn. Pramati. Pramati means it is a shaking. It is a turbulent, violent. It disturbs me so much and is also very powerful. Mind is powerful. Your will doesn't work. It resists your will. It carries away your will. You try to apply your will. It takes away your will in its flow. Sometimes the water flow in rainy season, water flow is so powerful that Even if you put a stone, it takes away even the stone also. Generally, we think that put a stone and the water will stop. If the water flow is so powerful, it will carry away the stone also in its flow. Similarly, it is balavat, very powerful. Pramati, it shakes you so much. Tasyaham nigraham manne. And controlling such a mind is like holding the wind in your fist. See Arjuna's illustration, example. Tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sudushkaram. It is as difficult as holding the wind in my fist. Can you hold the wind in your fist? Try. Hold the wind in your fist. Nothing comes. It is so difficult. Sri Krishna laughs and says, true. I understand it is so difficult. Krishna answers Bhagavan Vacha Asamshayam Maha. Okay, I think these 2 shlokas. Question, we'll stop with the question. Answer we'll see in the next class. Okay, next Sunday. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Next Sunday will be 31st. Okay. 31st Nantara 7th. Okay. Next Sunday, I think we'll be here only in Holy Narsapura. 7th, I think my Chaturmasya ends. I'll go away to Bangalore. Anyway, for you, it doesn't make any difference. Those who listen to online doesn't make any difference. You will have talks from there, from Bangalore, it is the same. But anyway, 31st will be here only. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.